Just stopped at Walmart and stopped at Culver's. I've got to where I like Culver's. Like going on these trips and stuff, if you got to stop and eat somewhere, there's not really no Culver's in the South. So stopped at Culver's, got me a little something to eat. Y'all comment below if y'all are on a trip, what's y'all's favorite place to stop at when you're on the way somewhere, whether it's McDonald's, whatever. Just drop a comment below. Mine's Culver's, just because I don't get to eat it at home. But anyway, past all that, new state, a new plan, new tactics, new terrain, new everything. I'm ready to get after it. It's 6 o'clock right now. It's fixing to be dark. I got to stop and get gas and then finish the drive out. I ain't got too much further to go. So, yeah, definitely be there in the morning. I was going to try to make it this afternoon, but I'm not going to make it. So, not really worried about it. But be there in the morning, do some glassing, scouting, walking, looking. Chance of rain the next 2 days. So, I'm going to have to kind of dodge that and do what I got to do around that. But, hey, it is what it is. We'll make something happen. So, I'm ready. I'm excited. So, we'll see what happens, y'all. Alright, we're here. It's a little after 8 o'clock. Kind of slept in a little bit this morning. It's cloudy, raining. Honestly, kind of nasty weather. But where I slept at last night, as soon as I woke up this morning, I was in the truck getting stuff together. I looked out the side window and could see a deer. And pulled my binoculars up. It was a pretty decent buck. He was standing there, had several does and another little buck there with him, and they was with a doe. So it's looking good, even though it's warm. It's like mid-60s right now. With rain, everything's wet. These roads are nasty. I think that it's fixing to be good. I think this is a good area too. I really do. I'm also just kind of glancing the tops of these ridges when I go over them, just to see if I catch anything crossing them. Which I don't think I will, but you never know. So, I'm excited. Let's get to looking. Kind of cool right there. Deer walked down the road and made a scrape in the road. I don't know how good y'all can hear that, but there's probably close to 100 turkeys right over there. I got a pretty good wad of them on camera, I think, but there's way more out there than what I can see on that camera. There's, like I say, there's probably 100 turkeys out there. I heard them when I got out of the truck. I could hear them yelping. There's some jakes out there that's trying to gobble a little bit. But there's a big block of timber right up there on the other side of where they're at. And I don't want to bust up in all them turkeys and run them out and make all kind of racket. You bust that many turkeys, they fixing to make some noise. So I'm going to kind of wrap around, get over, there's a ridge right up here. I'm going to get on the other side of it and go around. And then come over and get them woods on the other side of them and look. Because I want to keep from flushing them turkeys if I can. So, some good looking ground, man. Golly, it's some good looking stuff. I ain't never been this excited about a place, but I'm really excited about this. I think I had about 10 different spots marked on the map, just scattered out to go look at if one didn't look good and go to the next. But honestly, I think I can find whatever I'm looking for right here in this little radius. So I'm gonna put some time in. I'm gonna do some looking, It's a Sunday. It's November the 3rd. Nobody's out hunting. There's no fresh tracks going up and down these roads like nobody's even been out. I know it's rained a little bit, but still, it's a Sunday in November. And I figured there would be people all over it, and there's not. So that right there is half of the battle already done. It's finding a place nobody's hunting, or if there is people, there's not many people. So I'm gonna make a loop, get up here and scout that big block of woods on the backside of them turkeys and see what I can find. All right, just made it out of that little block. Did not find nothing that impressed me none, but we're fixing to see if we can get out of here. We may be pulling the winch on this one, but let's give it a try. All right, let's try it. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, get back on that hard ground, we'll be good. Come on, don't get in there. Don't get in there. Come on. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. We made it. We made it. Ooh, it's slick. They've actually had 2 or 3 days worth of rain. And yeah, it's some slick stuff. But if you ain't got 4-wheel drive, you ain't making it around here. That's for dang sure. You wouldn't have turned on this road in 2-wheel drive. So, all right, on to the next one. Fresh scrape, first fresh scrape I found. Looks like one right over here, but I can't tell. It's a scrape, it ain't fresh. This was a scrape. This was a big scrape. The limb that it was on broke. There's the limb. Run that scrape. There's several scrapes right here. We got 2 little draws that come together right here. And then they go down and they meet another big draw. So I'm hoping I can get down there and find something. This right here looks good. I like this spot, but I feel like I can get down there where there's another big draw that meets this one that already has these 2 that come into it already. So it just be every draw on this place coming into one spot and then going on. So I want to get there and see what it looks like. But if nothing else, this right here looks dang good. I would come back and hunt this for sure. We got a good wind for it too. We got a north wind today, northwest, Mars west. So it'll be blowing from that way. So it'll be going right back up over yonder. I can get in a tree right over there somewhere and watch this whole little bottom. I like this. This looks good. Moving on. Definitely think that's the spot. Best sign that I found, I went down to the other split where the 2 draws come together. There really wasn't no sign there. It didn't look near as good. So I actually did end up seeing a really good buck. Pretty buck, young buck. Had a bunch of trash on his bases, brow tines. Pretty buck. But if a deer like that that young, got them good of genetics, all that trash and stuff. His daddy around here somewhere. His daddy got some bigger trash, but I'm headed back to the truck right now. The rain's supposed to be moving in. I actually moved it back to about 12 o'clock. It's about 10:30 right now. So, get back to the truck. I'm gonna get out of here because when it starts raining, this road I'm on is gonna be absolutely terrible. So I wanna make sure I can get out of here. Hopefully it don't rain too much that I can't get back in here tomorrow. Because I'd love to be sitting down in that bottom with them scrapes in the morning pretty early, but we'll see. We just have to see what the rain does. I do got a couple other spots, but for right now, that right there is what I've been looking for. That's my #1 spot that I want to be back in. Sooner than later would be preferable. But there's somebody's got a ground blind about halfway in there, just kind of stuck out in the wide open. So they could be back in here too. They're not gonna bother me and I'm not gonna bother them because we're a good 600 yards apart, 2 different bottoms too. So I'm feeling good about it. This looks really good. I'm seeing some good stuff. I'm feeling good. Seen a bunch of deer. Seen some, oh yeah, I did see 2 bucks chasing a doe. 2 little bucks. They was after a doe, but there's definitely deer in there, so I'm gonna be back in here. Like I say, sooner than later, but we're gonna see what this weather does and just see how the rest of the day plays out. Alright, second place of the day. Kind of on a little bit of a time crunch right now because got about an hour before rain hits, according to the radar. And I want to run in here and look at this block real quick. Looks real good, but I'm gonna run in real quick, scout it, and get out. I got a little bit of rain kind of hit me in the face, but just barely, so maybe it'll hold off till I can get out of here and I won't get wet. Alright, I just jumped a big buck back down here behind me when I was walking in. Had a big dagger on one side, just like a 13, 14 inch tall spike. The other side was like a big 8-point side. But he run back this way. But I got this kind of a gap right here in this little creek bottom. Several deer trails coming through this grass crossing. One trail comes out right here, one right up there. I'm trying to look to play the wind because there's some super good looking stuff up in here. Bunch of cedars, bunch of cut cedars. Looks like the state or something come in here and just cut them and laid them down. But plenty of food around here too. It's one thing, I've been kind of in some areas that agriculture's been a long ways away. But right here, right down this bottom, not quarter miles, a big wheat field, winter wheat field. Right up here in that direction, I'm heading to another big winter wheat field. So there's food here. And this is kind of some of the only cover in this area. Right in here, so it looks good. One thing I do like about it, has nobody been in the parking spot. Nobody. So everybody may be overlooking this spot, which is good for me. So I like it. Well, I've come to the conclusion that there's a big deer in this little block right here. And I think of all the places, all the trees that I've sort of found, picked out, I think the best one for tomorrow, with the wind that I'm gonna have, the way I gotta come in and all that good stuff, I think the best tree is that willow right there that ain't 6 to 8 inches in diameter. And the reason I say I've kind of come to the conclusion there's a big deer in here is I found some big rubs, very far up this place as you can go. And then I come back, and I found another big rub, and then I found a pretty decent little rub right here. But all of it looks like a big deer done it. If I make it back in here, I'm probably going to be right there in that willow tree and sitting and just seeing what happens. I got two really good trails coming around right out here, going back up and down right here. So, I don't know. I found so much good stuff, man. I think this is it. So hopefully I'll be back in here in the morning. But we'll see. Alright. This is pretty well against what I like to do, but we've had about 2-ish hours worth of rain, and so pretty much everything that where I walked down here earlier should be washed away, should be cleared. It's still spitting a little bit of rain, but it's done until later tonight, showing about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. So I was gonna come back here in the morning, but man, these deer are up moving right now. And since we've had so much rain, it's kind of washed out. Even though I've done walk way back in here and kind of went through everything, everything was good and quiet. The wind was blowing good, and I kind of kept my wind earlier when I was in here. I kept it kind of out of where I thought deer could be bedding at, and I only jumped that one big deer. So I think I'll be good. But I'm fixing to go in here and I'm fixing to get in this little willow tree and just see what happens. Man, it feels good. Temperature's dropping. It's supposed to be in the 30s tonight, which it hadn't been in the 30s yet since I've been here. Wind's blowing good. It's getting colder, which I like. Front kind of rolling in. Not much of a front, but a little bit of one. So fixing to grab all my crap, and I'm getting in there. So let's do it. Set, ready to go. Check the time real quick. Almost 4 o'clock. I'm not set up. I'm probably 400 yards from the road, but I believe, this is my thoughts on this, anybody that has come in here and hunted this, or does come in here and hunt it, either way, I believe they walk past every bit of this and go back here to the very, very back. And I don't think these deer have ever had anybody pressure them right here, this close to the road. And I guarantee you, nobody's ever been in this tree, I know for a fact. So I'm kind of hoping to catch them by surprise coming through right here. Now, I may not see one tonight. I'm kind of iffy on tonight. I got a great wind. I'm not worried about that. I just don't know if they're making it this far by dark. They could be, especially a day like today, front moving in, rain, cloudy. They could be up moving and make their way here before dark. I don't know. We'll see. But I got a trail right up here in front of me, 40-ish yards. I can't really see it, but I'm guessing it's about 40. I got another one that comes out, comes right here to my right, right under the tree, pretty much. And but they're all going back behind me toward a winter wheat field. So they're kind of all coming out of these cedars and gravitating toward this field. And hopefully a buck be up cruising, coming out through here, going to check these fields, because I got he's got to come with the wind kind of like side of his face. So hopefully he's got the wind to want to come in. That'll help it, especially being an afternoon. Might make him come in a little earlier. And who knows, I may not see nothing right here, but I'm giving it a try. First set in a tree. I'm excited to see what I see, so let's get to waiting. It's the big buck I jumped this morning. Smell me. Yeah. You smell me right there. Gosh, that's a big deer. He's backing up. There you go. Well, that's the deer that I jumped earlier, right here. Coming down that same trail that all these does have come down. I've had 3 does come in. They've all come right through here. I had a little buck earlier come out right here by me. And then of course when he comes in, he's got to come down. It's just like a buck though. Instead of him coming down perfect right in front of me like all the does, he wanted to circle around and come out and come into this field down this ditch. But he got in the wind right up here. That's a real pretty buck. Got just like a big spike on one side and a really nice 8-point side on the other. Not gonna shoot that deer though. But I do think that deer right there is the one making all the sign that I've been seeing. So I think it's starting to rain on me. I'm fixing to back it up, get out of here. I wasn't sure this morning when I seen that deer if that could be the one making all these rubs and stuff that I've been finding, but after getting a good look Meh, meh.